NFL, we know the Jaguars fired their head coach Gus Bradley on Sunday after falling to the Texans 21-20. Take a listen to what quarterback Blake Bortles had to say about the decision.
He was the guy that gave me an opportunity to play in this league. He believed in me, drafted me, as well as Dave and Shad. But Gus was a big part of that. He's helped me mentally, physically, football, non-football. So anytime that happens, everybody feels responsible. I know I certainly do. A big part of that happening, and it's kind of that result-driven business that when things don't go your way, somebody's got to take the fall, and it's usually the leader. So sad to see that happen. Just wish I and wish we could have done more to save, his job.
Scott, there's been a lot of talk about Blake Bortles not living up to expectations, not being a franchise quarterback. Maybe Jacksonville needs to do something else, look elsewhere. How much blame should he get for Bradley being fired?
I think he deserves a lot of blame. I mean, when you're a franchise drafted guy,
okay.
and listen, Bradley drafts the guy, and he said Bradley's been the biggest influence in him, football, non-football, and otherwise. The guy, 92 yards, under 50% passing for the last couple of weeks, is the 9th straight losing season for the Jaguars. And I think the ownership has given him, Bradley, enough of a leash. This was the right time. Was it weird to fire him and then have him take the flight home?
Very much so.
In a weird way, he was able to kind of, have quick closure with all the guys going down the aisles talking to him. I never have thought yet that Blake Bortles should get a franchise-like contract. Because we don't know the stern definition of what a franchise contract is or a franchise player. Andy Dalton, Ryan Tannehill, their franchise contracts are different than Andrew Luck and Russell Wilson's. They don't have as much guaranteed money.
Absolutely.
Colin Kaepernick would be another one of those where, what have you done for me lately? What we saw in his previous season, people were thinking he's going to get one of those deals. I think Bortles has lost more than Bradley this season, and particularly in the last couple of weeks. He could go off into ether. This guy could be cut. They have gone publicly, the front office, and have said, whoever our next coach is, you have no guarantee. You can do whatever you want with Blake Bortles.
Okay.
So think of that for a second. We don't really care to keep Blake Bortles. I don't see him as the future here. Then he goes off into free agency in 15 months. Where does he go? What does he do? Does he get like the 23rd most desirable starting quarterback position? Does he even get a starting quarterback position?
Yeah. Maybe he'll have to compete for a job, that sort of thing. Maybe not guarantee anything.
And I think Gus Bradley, who, by the way, has never been an offensive-minded guy, and offense is why they've struggled this year, and they had injuries on the defensive end, he'll get a DC job if he wants it, if it's open, as soon as next year.
We'll certainly see how it plays out with Bradley and Bortles going forward.